Yeah, kia ora. Thanks for dropping by tonight. Last night, Alex and I got 7 nice kawai. There's a couple of videos put up yesterday about that. What I thought tonight is I'd talk you through how I prep them for smoking. Wasn't thinking things through, wasn't even planning a video, so I've already filleted the fish. Next time I get some, I'll do a video on how to fillet them. If you want, put it in the comments and I'll knock one up. I'll try and get out in the next couple of weeks and get a couple. So smoking, I'm going to hot smoke these fish, so it's really just smoke flavour in the cook. It's not a preserving technique in any way, shape or form. Later on I'll do some cold smoking, but tonight I just want to get a bit of fish smoked up in the freezer for barbecues and that sort of thing. My daughter Greta loves it, so yeah. So I've got 14 kawai fillets. I'll talk you through the brine I'm going to make, and then we'll go from there. I'll be using a dry brine, not a wet brine. So basically it's 50-50 brown sugar and uniodized salt. If you only have iodized salt at home, use it. It's not so much of an issue for for hot smoking. Cold smoking, I believe it can put a bit of a taint on the flavour, but yeah, normally the uniodized salt's a little bit cheaper. If you've got fine Himalayan salt on special, that's uniodized as well. Sea salt flakes, they're uniodized. So if you've got a cheap supply of those, you can go for it. I've been meaning to have a look at the local hardware shop at the pool salt. I don't know, so don't use it unless you really know, but I think that might be a pretty pure form of salt as well. But anyway, enough talking from me. I'll get my ingredients ready. Right, so I've got some ingredients here now. I just want to point out I'm not in any way, you've seen my videos, I'm not endorsed or funded, sponsored by anyone. It's just what was cheapest at Pack and Save. Can I even say that? Yeah, so just some Himalayan salt. It's 400 grams here, so I'll put about half of that in. About half of that. So that's about half that packet. I can always add more, but if I use it all up tonight, then it's not there for the rest of the family to use for other things. Brown sugar, again, about the same amount. So I've got about that much. So in it goes. Give it about half. I'm going to add some coriander seeds for a bit of flavour. A little bit of white pepper. Just a good healthy dollop. These are chili flakes. Can you even see them? They were just chilies from my garden last year that I dehydrated and then put through the coffee grinder when my wife wasn't looking. So the coffee was a bit spicy for a few days after that. Red onions, same thing. Slice them up, put them through the dehydrator, and then put them through. I think I ended up buying a NutriBullet after that, so through the NutriBullet. So good handful of that in there. This just gives them all a wee bit extra flavour and just makes yours a wee bit different to anyone else's. And if you want to, it's coming up to the time of year where you can pick fennel on the side of the road. I just pick it and let it dry, and then I end up with all the seeds that I can just sprinkle up, put through there. Prefer to use that on salmon, but hey, in Australia they call kahua salmon, eh? Sorry, very thirsty work this. Okay, the next part is the mixing. I am a qualified science teacher, so I do know what I'm doing. This is quite a specialised technique. It's, you can tell when it's done because it looks done. So here we have a whole lot of seasoning. Right, that's good. Pause. Yeah, as you probably can tell, I try to do my videos all in one take, so it's just pause between things. I'm just using my phone. I'm no videographer or anything like that. Just do it for a bit of fun. But anyway, right, the fish fillets. So there's a couple of fillets. They're boneless. I try not to put the bones in. It's just something that you've got to pick at when they're finished. Often I'll smoke the frames separately and use them for chowder and stuff. So yeah, basically all I do, place the fillets in a container. This container is not quite long enough, so I'm going to chop the fillets in half. Cool. So there's one fillet in there, and then just generously sprinkle this stuff over the top. Now, some of you who know a bit about smoking will say, oh, but Glenn, you're putting a bit much on there. You're putting it on a bit thick. I'll show you why that is in a moment. There is a reason for my madness. As I say to my science students, or I used to say to my science students when I taught science, to be a good scientist, you've got to be two things: incredibly good looking and incredibly lazy. I'm only lazy, so that's why I'm not a science teacher anymore. Okay, the reason you can see is I put a wee bit extra on there. When I put the fillets in, I place them flesh to flesh, and then the next ones I put on, I'm going to put skin to skin and so on. Okay, so that thicker layer allows the brine to go over both fillets. You see what I mean? Okay, so here's where you can see the importance of flesh to flesh, skin to skin, and any of you who have spent any time working with tuna will appreciate this. Right, so then we'll put the next one on. It all just sits there. You see, we can just stack them up. We'll see how many we can get in this container, eh? That's 3 fish. So there's 3 to go. There's 4 in there. I reckon we'll get another one in there, maybe 2. I might just turn the other one into whatever I can't fit in there. I'll do something else with. But yeah, we'll keep going. Well, I've got 6 in the container. I'm going to keep the other one and cook it up. Might make a ceviche, lemon juice, coconut milk, that sort of stuff. Have it for lunch tomorrow. So yeah, the question that I guess is why do we brine it? Why do we do that? Well, when you see tomorrow, when I take it out of the fridge after 24 hours or so of curing, 18 hours of curing, you'll see there's a whole lot of liquid in the bottom. I said I was a science teacher. Osmosis is the movement of water from high concentration to low concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion is the movement of particles from high concentration to low concentration. We have a high concentration of salt and sugar in the brine. What that does is that penetrates the flesh and draws the water out. By drawing the water out, it allows the fish to become less mushy and become firmer. And the other thing is, my father, who taught me a bit about smoking, he once said smoke doesn't stick to wet meat. So by drying the fish out and then laying it on trays in the fridge for a little bit after that to create a pellicle or film on the fish, it will be a dry product. The smoke will stick to it, will get better penetration and a better flavour. Right, so that's curing kahawai, or curing fish for smoking. Cold smoking, I do things a little bit differently, a little bit more brine, a little bit more care in the packing of the brine, because at the end of the day the fish is being preserved, not just cooked with a flavour. These fish will get hot smoked, and some will get eaten straight away, work on Monday. Others will be vacuum packed and frozen for the Christmas season. So yeah, thanks for watching. This video is a wee bit longer than I planned, but hopefully you learned something. And yeah, any questions, feel free to ask them. If you do things differently, I'd love to learn your tricks. Put some ideas in comments. Yeah, and check out the videos of us catching these fish that I put up yesterday. It's also a funny one there, things you see on the Waimakariri River, 29th of November 24. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Ka kite. Bye.